Am I the asshole for just leaving my girlfriend's place when she's on her period? Am I?
For just leaving
just up and outin'.
She's up and outin'. What is up and outin'?
You stand up and I get out. I believe this is a common...
I could put context clues together. Yeah. It's just I haven't heard it in that exact phrase.
Sorry.
And it tickled me.
Title sounds bad.
Yeah, it does.
But there's a lot more to the story.
Does it? I don't know. Does it sound bad? It's like, who cares if you up and leave? Maybe to me.
Up and out, yeah.
I don't give a shit.
Me and my girlfriend are both 21 in uni. I live at home, so she doesn't really come here as my mother is kind of conservative and is against her sleeping over. I mostly go to... I know this story's fake, by the way, but this was written pre-AI, so I gotta give it credit. I mostly go to her place and we have sex, play video games, chill, smoke weed, just hang and have fun.
Your conservative mom is never smelling the weed on you when you come home? What the fuck?
Yeah. My girlfriend has this habit of inviting me over and then telling me that she's on her period whenever we try to have sex. I'm okay having sex on one's period, but she isn't, finds it gross.
Okay.
I asked her numerous times to tell me before I come over just so my expectations are accurate. She doesn't, or she'll tell me that she isn't yet, and then when I arrive, inform me that she just got it.
Oof.
Parentheses, which I think is a lie, TBH, but what do I know about periods, really?
You're an asshole.
There's more to the story, Sarah. It sounds bad.
Okay.
It'll sound worse.
You're a piece of shit, man. I'm sorry.
Anyway.
Yeah.
I'm not even editorializing. Anyway, I told my older brother this, and he said that she only does it because I let her get away with it.
Wow.
I forgot reading this.
Your older brother should be in jail? Question mark?
Yeah.
I don't think that's a crime, but it's like...
You should be in jail.
Feels like it should be.
I asked what he wanted me to do about it since I'm already there, and our relationship isn't just sex.
Okay.
He suggested that I leave a few times and she'll eventually figure out it's best to just be honest with me.
You gotta treat your girlfriend like a dog. You gotta treat your girlfriend like a little dog. Every time she poops on the carpet, you gotta rub her nose in it. That's what you gotta do.
Gotta do it.
You can literally train women. My name is Andrew Tate. God, I wonder where we went wrong.
Did we go wrong as a society? Yeah, maybe. I recently took his advice, much to the chagrin of my girlfriend, and she ended up posting about it on social media.
Okay.
I'm now being lambasted by girls everywhere calling me a misogynistic pig and other less happy language.
Double plus bad.
Yeah. The post has gone semi-viral in my town, and I'm wondering, am I the asshole? Apparently this is an edit. Well, thanks, guys. It looks like I'm the asshole since I'm supposedly acting entitled to sex.
Yes.
Ignoring the fact that she's entitled to my attention, as anyone could figure out from my post, this barrage has made me realize that this relationship isn't going anywhere. See, my girlfriend is a lot like the users of Am I the Asshole? Too wrapped up in gender stuff to ever see where I'm coming from.
Right, yeah.
So I've decided to dump her since convincing you guys of anything is like pulling teeth and she's just gonna be the same.
Oh,
so
you won, buddy.
I pissed and shit my pants on purpose to own you guys.
To own the libs.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I've decided to dump her. So well done. You've freed a girl from another patriarchal dickhead. Congrats.
Thank you.
She's crying as we speak, but that's what you wanted, so good day.
I fucked up this girl, and that's your fault. Can you guess what gender I am?
Am I the asshole for not telling a man that the research he was mansplaining to me was my own?
I'm gonna say no, and you're only an asshole if the research that you did was like
generative
how
AI.
Oil companies can get more oil and speed up the death of our planet.
All right, just as a little precursor also, this is in poo mode, and I need you to tell me why in a second.
Woman. Did it.
You did it.
Yay.
You get a medal. I don't normally post on Reddit, so please forgive me if I do this wrong. I, a 33 female, work in a very small, technical, specific, male-dominated field. I won't give too much information on it, as I think you could easily find my identity if I did, but let's just say it's a subcategory of law. I graduated 9 years ago. For anyone wondering, the system in my country is different than in the US, so I only studied for 5 years. and am now a lawyer as well as a researcher. I publish some work here and there, but nothing too major, and no one outside of that field knows my work.
Okay.
Yesterday, I went to a bar with a couple of friends who introduced me to one of their friends who works in the same field as me.
Mm-hmm.
I was pretty excited to meet him because it's rare to meet people who work in that field. He doesn't exactly do the same thing as I do. He's not a lawyer but a legal advisor, but we work on the same topics. So naturally, we started talking about our work. At one point, we were discussing a point on which we had different opinions, so I explained mine to him, and he replied by saying that my opinion was based on nothing, while his was based on the work of a professional. Parentheses, you guessed it, me. He basically started explaining my work to me, but in a completely wrong way and missed all of my points.
Oh, no.
I asked him if he was sure that that was what it was, the author meant, and he said that he was because it was, quote, pretty simple, actually. For another good 20 minutes, he explained all of it to me in detail, like I was a first-year law student. I didn't say anything because it was pretty funny to watch him say things that were completely wrong with so much confidence.
That is pretty funny.
I would not say anything either. I would let him go off.
Are you kidding me? Is that why
Prestige.
she's an asshole? Is that why people think she's an asshole?
No, people don't think she's the asshole, but it is on poo mode. So it says not the asshole poo mode is what it is.
That's wild. Okay,
Yeah.
sure.
Well, she's still a woman, so.
Yeah. How dare she?
Now the prestige.
Yeah.
After the topic changed and the night went on, but at the end of the night, right before leaving, I decided to tell him that I was actually the person that wrote the work he had quoted and that he hadn't really understood it.
That's funny to bring up again.
Yeah, he reacted very badly and got angry,
Well,
and
yeah.
he told me that I had manipulated him to humiliate him
Yeah,
by
sure.
me shitting my own pants and pissing my own pants.
Yeah, you manipulated me into shitting my pants.
Yeah. He yelled at me for not saying it was my work at the beginning. I simply replied that he had embarrassed himself and left.
Mm.
I woke up this morning to text from my friends saying I was wrong for causing drama and tension and that I could have been nicer to their friend. I'm not sure if I'm in the wrong here. I mean, yes, I could have told him right away, but is it that kind of a big of deal that I didn't? I'm not exactly sure. Am I the asshole? 2 edits. Edit. I forgot to make this clear, and maybe it's a bit of a misunderstanding, but both conversations happened only between the two of us. We were the only ones talking about our work and our friends, and also weren't really there when I told him that I was the author. So it's not like I publicly humiliated him. The only thing, quote, embarrassing for him there is that a woman seemed smarter than him, and I think that's what he had an issue with. Edit 2. I've seen some comments claiming that this post was fake because, quote, that just doesn't happen. Quote, I've seen many other stories where the same thing happens. Quote, that's not realistic. I'm not trying to justify anything because I don't really care, but I just find it funny to see lots of comments from women sharing similar stories and then comments from men saying it doesn't happen.
Yeah, of course. This is the thing that doesn't happen. It's that women are smarter than men.
Never happens in a million years.
That's really good. I love Reddit. All right, this is from r/traumatize them back.
Oh, okay.
I told him I'm gay.
Okay.
I'm a straight male in my 20s, living in an area of Florida that's known for its retiree population, even among Floridians. This is where native Floridians go to retire. As such, there is a disproportionately high number of racist, homophobic, and sexist old people running around my area. I work at a local library. You're a hero? So I have to put up with their abuse on a daily basis. Once again, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm straight. I promise that's relevant. I also wear earrings, like a lot of them, and necklaces, bracelets, and rings. My nose isn't pierced yet, but I'm planning on it soon. Same for tattoos.
Cool.
I've been told I look like a punk rocker on a permanent Hawaiian vacation. Can we be friends? This is mostly why I chose this one. I would like to be friends with you. This is not a look that certain people appreciate, but I don't care. Part of the appeal of looking how I do is pissing off people who look down on anyone who's quote-unquote other.
Yeah.
One morning a few months back, I was in a grocery store before my morning commute. I was just grabbing a donut and chocolate milk to have driving breakfast. I'm waiting patiently in line, minding my own business, when a voice from behind me says, "Take that metal out your ears, boy. You look like a homo."
Yeah, that's Florida, all right.
Yeah.
You're inside a Publix. You just went to the Publix bakery.
Take that metal out your ears, boy. You look like a homo.
That is.
Yeah, you know.
I think I've heard that sentence at our Publix, at our Walmart, anywhere, literally.
Yeah, you just went to Universal last week and you're at the Arsler.
Yeah, so honestly, everything's fair game, I guess.
I turn around and see an old guy who probably should have died of old age before I was born.
Got him. Get him. Let's go.
That's a burn,
This is the only generational warfare I'm okay with right now.
Yeah, it's just us versus the olds.
Yeah.
Working with the public and dressing in a manner most of them find distasteful, I get this kind of abuse all the time. At work, I can't say or do anything unless they get really rude. But now, I finally had a chance, and I decided to take advantage of it.
Yeah.
My first instinct was to lay into him, but I had to get going, and I knew that was the reaction he wanted. Instead, I pretended to misunderstand him. I smiled at him and said, "Thank you. My boyfriends love it. They think I'm so cute."
I have no say in whether or not this should get a pass, but I'll let Sarah make that decision. But I think that's kind of awesome.
That's great. I think that's awesome.
I think that's great.
He didn't respond or leave or anything. He just kind of looked at me with his mouth open. I gave him a big smile and turned away. He didn't say or do anything else, but when I got up to the cashier, he smiled and said, "You do look really cute." I wish I had turned around to see that boomer's response, but unfortunately, I didn't think to at the time. Too long didn't read. A homophobe said I look gay with earrings, told my boyfriends think I'm cute with them. And then someone said the straightest part of the story is that you didn't collapse into uncontrollable giggles at someone trying to use homo as an insult. What's he going to try next? Fruit?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. It's very...
Yeah, Jesus, yeah.
And then somebody else was like, it's also very straight that you didn't realize that the cashier was trying to flirt with you.
Would I be the asshole for approaching my husband about his secret?
Ooh, spicy. Sorry. That was.
We're losing it. It's 7:30.
Read the damn post.
I, 38 female, found out something about my husband, 41 male. I don't think he ever wanted anyone to know.
Okay.
I came home unexpectedly after leaving in the morning. Walking inside, I heard muffled music. Getting closer to our bedroom, I heard him in the shower singing along to something we'd never listened to before, and I was blown away.
Oh.
A little background, my husband is quiet and reserved. He's very stoic and just doesn't like small talk, huge crowds, hates being at the center of attention, etc.
Mm-hmm.
He also has a very unique voice. He's slim, but his voice is deep and very even keel. There's been times we've been at karaoke bars and people have prodded him about getting up there, and he always says something like, "You've heard me talk. What makes you think I can do that?" Or, "Do you really want this place to clear out?"
Aww.
In the shower, he wasn't belting out, but he was singing along and he was good. Really good. I was shocked and frozen for a bit, but then turned and left, got in my car, drove down the street, and texted him that I'd be home in a bit. A couple minutes later, he replied, and I sat there for a bit, wondering how I could possibly bring it up. I went in and it was like any other day. He was in our room, hair still wet, Bluetooth speaker right back on the dresser where it always was. I didn't bring it up.
Aww.
Yeah. For the next few days, that's really all I could think about. I'm not proud of this, but when he was out shoveling and salting the driveway, I took his phone and went into his Spotify. He had to have had something in there, and lo and behold, at the bottom of his usual playlist, there was one titled Random. I opened it, and there it was, all the artists he's never once listened to with or around me. Some Bruno Mars, Shawn Mendes, Michael Bublé, James Arthur, Lucas Graham,
I see.
some much older stuff like the Four Tops, Stevie Wonder, and Dion.
Oh, cool.
And then I saw it, Die a Happy Man by Thomas Rhett. Something that I forgot to mention earlier, my husband hates country music. He never complains when others are playing it, but if anyone asks him what he wants to listen to, he says anything but country. Says he hates the twanginess of it and thinks all the artists are, quote, poser cowboys. That is true.
You're right, though. Yeah.
Die Happy Man is my song. I don't listen to it around him because he hates country, but it's my favorite. Years ago when we were dating, I remember we talked about our favorite songs. He mentioned a few and I said mine. It's the only time I've ever brought it up. He nodded and acknowledged, but said he wasn't a country fan and didn't know it. The fact that he remembered it, saved it, knows it, and even more than that he may be able to sing it is burning me up. I want to hear him sing. I want to ask him so badly, but I'm afraid of how he may react. It's innocent, but it's still a breach of trust, and if he hasn't told me or any of his friends or family, then this is something he probably really wants to keep to himself forever. Would I be the asshole for trying to pry him open on this one? Am I the asshole for telling a story that made my ex look bad? This is my first post. 22 years ago, I was in labor with my son for 16 hours. Ex, divorced for 12 years now, but maintain a cordial relationship, stayed with me throughout. Around midnight, I told him to go home, sleep, and take care of our dog, fully expecting him to show up bright and early the next morning. He didn't. All my family had gone home and I was alone and afraid.
Oh my God.
I called him at 1 in the afternoon and pretty much demanded he return to the hospital. He was gaming. He did come back, but not until around 5 that evening.
What?
At my son's birthday dinner last night, I told the story and the ex thinks I did it to be an asshole to him. In my defense, I just told the story of my son's birth and subsequent stay in the hospital for complications because it came up in conversation. The ex texted me this morning calling me some names, the least of which was asshole. I didn't apologize and I wasn't planning on it, but I figured I should ask Reddit. If you say I'm the asshole, send a group text apologizing. I might be the asshole for telling a story that makes my ex-husband look bad. Am I?